I'm very happy that I can talk to you today why the Grgich Hills wines are so enjoyable. I was born in the family that had vineyard and winery. My father, from early age, taught me how to make wine. I entered the University of Zagreb, studying enology and viticulture, and I got graduate there, and unfortunately it was communism that I couldn't use my knowledge. I left Croatia and I came to America in August 1958 in paradise. I always remember my father saying that knowledge is more valuable than property. So I tried to learn everywhere I could. And I worked for the best wineries in Napa Valley. Lee Stewart's, Brother Timothy, Andrei Chelicev, Robert Bandavi, and Chateau Montalina at the end. Mr. Spurrier organized this Paris tasting in 1976. Did take a risk to include the best French and add some small wineries from Napa Valley. At the end of the tasting, the Chateau Montalina Chardonnay that I have crafted came surprise, first place. It was really a great event, which is increasing value from day to day, because that event revolutionized all wine world. After Paris tasting, I asked myself, why did I come to America? For freedom and possibly have my little winery. And time came that I partnered with Mr. Austin Hills and his sister and opened Grgich Hills Cellar. First Chardonnay that we made at Grgich Hills Cellar was tasted in Chicago, 1980. 221 Chardonnays from all around the world. And at the end, the Grgich Hills Chardonnay came first place on the top. And they wrote the article, "My Grgich, the best winemaker in the world." Victory.
Our family has always been connected to the land. To come here to Napa in a place that reminds us of our homeland and that has all the beauty and all the potential was very, very exciting. So when my dad came to Napa Valley, and he'd been farming naturally in his homeland, most of the people here farm conventionally. Over the years, we decided how important it was to own your own land here. And so we purchased 5 different vineyards. They're farmed naturally, they're farmed sustainably. And that idea is that we're not just planting for now and for today, we're planting for the future. And it's great for me to see, when my son was born, one of his favorite foods was grapes. And so seeing him actually run around in the vineyard and then stand up and try to pick grapes, and knowing that it was absolutely safe to have him running around in the vineyard, it's an amazing feeling. So the family's always been very important to us, and this idea of legacy. And my father has always felt that he is but one in a line of Grgiches that have been sort of carrying on the family legacy to the future. He was lucky enough to have 10 brothers and sisters, and I am an only child, but I have the great benefit of having my cousin Ivo Jeramas here with me too, knowing that the knowledge that my dad has being passed to me, my cousin Ivo, and that knowledge in turn being passed to my son, Noel, is something that is extremely meaningful to us. When you think about the history of the world, your lifespan is very short, and to do the best that you possibly can do and to make a difference, and then to be able to take all of that you've learned and pass it on to the next generation and know that they're interested, that they're excited, that they're just as committed as you are, is a wonderful feeling.
We believe a mystery of great wine doesn't lie with some fancy winemaking. Its mystery is in the soil below our feet. There's a cliche that the wine is made in the vineyard, and even though it's cliche, it's very true. When you harvest grapes, that's your potential for that vintage. As a winemaker, you can do very little in the cellar to get more flavors. So it's a crucial that you grow grapes in good sites properly, that you get flavors in grapes. So once you do that, a role of winemaker is like a babysitter. You have to make sure you do not lose anything. So a role of winemaker is not to create wine. You get some average grapes, and through your skills you make incredible wine. It doesn't work that way. Your role is much more modest. Your role is to preserve what is in grapes. All our vineyards are certified organic, so we follow same path to winemaking. We don't add anything to our grapes. We do not add yeast. So all our grapes are fermented with natural yeast. We feel like that's a better way to express uniqueness of every site. So winemaking strategy here is to do as little as possible. Let wine express itself, but you have to start with the great grapes. To do it properly requires passion and love, and farming is love. Farming is a different endeavor than anything else. It's almost sacred, and that's what we are all about. It's not about making more money, it's not about getting better scores, it's about seeing health. Because look at this plant. This is what gives us really satisfaction to be farmer.
From Grgich Hills Vineyard to your glass, naturally, живли